I'm joined by manager Keith Rowland. Keith, thanks for sitting down with us on Brentwood Town TV. We're at the midway point of the 2025-26 season now, and it has felt like the perfect time to catch up and look at about how things have gone so far. First of all, before we get into specifics, how have you personally found the season so far? Has it matched what you were expecting, or have there been a few surprises along the way for you?
There's always surprises, that's for sure. The thing for me was how well we started. You know, probably this. I always seem to talk about the second half of the game against St Albans, how we came out and really went after them, and we haven't really looked back. We've found ourselves in a terrific position at the minute, but how we've got here halfway through the season has been really enjoyable.
Obviously, we've had a fantastic start to the season, as you've alluded to, keeping us sat second in the table on 40 points, which is the same total that we finished with when we were last at Step 3 level.
Yeah.
So it just shows how far the club has gone, really. And how pleased are you with the squad's performances and the togetherness that they've shown out there?
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed working with the group. Really enjoyed it. They've been frustrating sometimes, but every squad you look after is that way inclined. I think we've been good to watch. It's been really good to watch. We've probably, I would probably say, we've probably been one of the better teams in the league in terms for entertainment, and it's shown that in our league position. You know, we're desperate to hang on to where we are, but it's like Alex said in the interview last night, and he's 100% correct and right, that we have only put ourselves in this position. But for me, it's been really enjoyable, and like I said, there's a lot of work to be done pushing towards the end of the season. You know, we're halfway through, and we've got a real tough January coming. I no disrespect to the teams that would be coming here before on Welling away, which would be a hard game, but we're getting dragged into it. The group have been really good.
Obviously, we've had some really dramatic matches, which is keeping Phil on brand for us, and sticking from last season as well. But I know you mentioned St Albans, but if you had to choose one specifically, has there been a favourite game for you so far?
Probably Dulwich away. You know, everybody enjoys going to Dulwich in our league because it's a good club, it's a good stadium. On a Saturday afternoon, you know, in front of 2,500 people, and we were hitting form at the time, you know, and so were they. So the game itself was really nip and tuck. You know, there was they got their tactics right in the first half. We finished the first half how we started the second, and you know, technically as a manager, I felt we got it 100% on the day correct, and we just changed it within inside the game, and we won it, and we won it in the end pretty comfortably in the second half, you know. So that for me was probably the standout game so far this season. I'm hoping for more to come. I mean, I could turn around and say Billericay here, probably more Billericay here for the fans. You know, I think that was important for them. For me, they are going through transition, and we caught them at the right time. But I just felt the Dulwich game, we played against a really good team at the time, and we obviously came out worthy winners in the end. So really, really pleased with that game.
And that was a tricky game as well, wasn't it? Because they came out of the blocks really fast in the first half, and I think we I didn't say we struggled, but we weren't as attacking as we have been in that first half. And then once we got that equaliser, that turned the tide, and there was only one team really going for it after that point.
Yeah, well, funny enough, we sort of, without giving too much away, we sort of at that moment in time we were really pressing teams high up, and their goalkeeper just completely over. He went straight over the top of us into a factory of front four, which we struggled to cope with. So they could have been 2-0 at the time. It was a great game on the day, and for me, I just felt that it had everything. It had the players playing well. Their bench got it right the first half. We got it right second half. There was 2,500 in the ground. It's what we worked for all last season to get a chance to do it. And that was pleasing for me as well. And it was pleasing for me that the group that were out there on the day, pretty much they all came from the league below. And like I said, it's been enjoyable this year because everything's lifted again, and we needed to do that. Like I said, we're only halfway through. A lot can happen, but we've got to be positive. We have to be positive. There's no point in saying, we might catch it, we might be caught, or we're not looking at that at all. We have to be positive. We have to be, as like I said, with every game, it brings up its problems, but good problems for us.
We reached the second round of the FA Trophy again this season, really close to matching last season's achievements, but we pushed a strong Hornchurch side all the way who are flying in the league above. Alongside that, we've had the FA Cup and Senior Cup to juggle too. So how have you found balancing the league and the cup competitions, given the priorities that have shifted a little bit more this season?
Well, you've used the word shifted, yeah, for sure. Like I said, for 2 seasons I harped on about cup competitions, especially last year. It worked for us, but I think our focus has been in another area, which is the league. We've started so well, so yeah, we were disappointed to come out of the FA Cup. We did, like I said, we did enjoy the day, and the hosts weren't exactly the epitome of the good nature of the FA Cup. But that's what that is. I thought we came up against a really strong Hornchurch team. It was a game we were really looking forward to. A local derby again against. We were top of the table. They are top of the table. And we took them all away, and we were unfortunate in the first half not to score and see how the game progressed. But we defended well, we were committed on the day, and yeah, the trophy's been good to us in the last 2 seasons. We're just unfortunate on the day. We took a team top of the table in the league above to a penalty shootout, and unfortunately it didn't go our way. But like I said, our focus has been shifting towards where we are in the league. We certainly don't want to come out of the playoff positions, and we certainly don't want to not stop chasing Folkestone. So yeah, like I said, the cup competitions have been good in one sense, but our focus has sort of changed.
In terms of the squad as well this season, so at the beginning of the season we had a chat about how much of the squad from last year that we've kept, and to be honest, not much has really changed. Like, we've kept a big bulk of that squad. Obviously, a couple have departed, obviously with Macca and with Manny, but we've also brought in a couple of players. Obviously, Fletch came in for a brief moment from Braintree on loan, and I think he did a really good job for us whilst he was here. And Alejandro Machado from Aveley, who's made a real difference in that midfield. Yeah. And then recently, George Holly came in alongside the squad and played a couple of games. Montel Adjaman and Ethan Kaiser I know those two have only been on us last week, so won't go into massive details, but how have you found the squad adapting to this league, and how happy are you with how we've done so far with them?
Well, if you speak to any manager, if you're sitting second in the league, you're going to be delighted. You're going to be delighted with your group. We're hoping that Nathan will do well. Like you said, we've seen glimpses of a strong centre half out there on Tuesday night. Montel's obviously come in dual registration. So but then obviously alongside that we lose Louis, which is a big miss for us. It's well documented. I've said it a lot, but we're hoping to get him back. He's getting his mask fitted over the next few days, so it'll be a great addition back to the group. Louis, it's almost like a signing halfway through a season, you know. But the group they've been good. They've been good. I don't want to rest on my laurels with them. We push them as much as we can in training and in the games. You know, I feel sometimes we probably give off them too much. Well, I do, but that's my job too. It's the job of Scouts and Alex to pick them back up again when I have a go at them. But for me, we can't turn around and say halfway through a season, it's been brilliant, well done, you know, and where do we go from there? It's because we always have to push. And the club itself, you know, they want progression. No disrespect. We've all been delighted with coming into this league. We're all delighted how we've started this league, but at the same time, we're not resting on our laurels. You know, I said it in pre-season to you. You know, this league isn't new to us, to two boys who work with me. It's not new to me. We're not naive to it. So it's worked out that way.
A few of the players that we brought in over the summer as well have been quite standout performers. You mentioned Louis Johnson already, Kamani Thomas as well. You know, players that were probably the better performing players of Step 4 last season have now taken to that like water, I think, in this league above, and have really made an impact for us.
And Daniel's stepped up again. You know, the skipper has done well. He's a good, experienced player. I probably expected him to do better at this level in the league below. Max has done terrifically well. You know, Charlie Edwards, experienced players at this level, so we expect them to give us that experience. Both of them have done well. I mean, Charlie Hughes should be on double figures. You know, the chances he's had, but I've said to him on numerous occasions, if you get yourself in them positions, you know, at least we're creating chances, you know. So the group in itself have done really well. Like I said, Jesse and Benas to the sides. I said it in the change room, I think, about a week ago, that we haven't got a big squad, but a lot of that squad have played a lot of games inside that, you know what I mean? You've got Parksy, you've got Andy Freeman, you've got people who come off the bench, the boys who rotate to the sides of the pitch. They've all played a lot. There's none of them that can probably say they've been left out or not been used as much as what they think, because we've used everybody and we've used them well as well. You know, we've really rotated it quite well up until now. So I don't think there's that many have got that many complaints, and nor they should, because again, we've done well.
Of course, this season we've seen the emergence of our under-23s team, and about 5 or 6 of them have made their first team debuts as well. So alongside the first team, we've shown that there's a chance of progression through the youth groups as well, isn't there? Yeah, well, there has to be that. You know, everybody. Listen, I'm probably at the front of it. You know, and in this business, to be successful, you have to
you have to recruit well away from the football club, but the club underneath you has to give you players to work with as well. I can't do the first team and under 23s and everybody behind you has to do a good job to progress it. So we would love nothing more than to have, by the time next season starts, 2, 3 of them in and around it. Why not? But if Tony and the boys at the under 23s give me that, I'd be delighted with that. Of course, so that means there's progression underneath the football club. It's not just us going out and getting players from everywhere else. It's very key that we have that connection, because as I'd probably say, and I don't want to go into too much length, we want a connection with the fans. We want a connection with the everybody here. I mean, every single night of the week, this place is full with young kids out there training. So why can't they not believe that they can play for Brentwood Town?
And finally, it ties in quite nicely. You mentioned the supporters. The support this season has been incredible. We've broken the attendance record again this season against Billericay Town. Our numbers have been growing week by week. So for you, Keith, what's your message to the fans heading into the new year, and what do you feel we need to do to secure a strong finish this season?
Well, the strong finish is the playoffs. Well, I'm not going to mess about with it. There'll be a lot of teams think they'll make it. We're in it at the minute. We're in amongst a group that think they can make the playoffs, and there's no reason why we can't. I think we've said it before. Whatever league you're in, you can't think you can't win because folks now are away from us by quite a bit, and we're second. Cheltenham are behind us. They've got games in hand. There's a few behind that. So, we all would hope and think that, the league isn't won by now. And I'm pretty sure that Jay down at Folkestone doesn't believe he's won the league yet. So for us, I'm not saying we're gonna try and win the league, but why not? Because we're sitting second. We were top for a long time. I think, we really want to hold on to what we've got. We've got probably some good away games now for the fans to go to. I think we've had a good home. We've got obviously the Billerickys and the Dartfords. Now we've got Billericay and Dartford away. I would like nothing more than to see 150, 200. I would love to see 300, 400 at Billericay. Why not? If we can get averaging 600 here, why can't we have 300 at Billericay? In January. Why can't we have 700, 800 here for the next few games? But the reason why I like to think we're getting people through the door is because we're trying to play good football. When you come to watch us, that was laid down for a reason. Not because it doesn't have games called off, because it can, with the right players on it, with the players we've got, with the pace we've got, why can't we try and win games and win them attractively? It's hard winning games in this league, and it's even harder to win them the way we've played. So why can't we carry on like that? Because if you do that, you will get people through the gates. And I've said it on numerous occasions. I said it at home to Billericay, at home to Dartford, and at home to Hornchurch. People will come through this door as strangers, and all I want is my players to perform to a point where we get them back every week. And not when you get to my age. When I was 20 years ago, all I worried about was winning. Didn't care how I did it. Still, it's there. But at the same time, you look at the bigger picture and say, well, why can't we try and play in the right manner, in the right way, that it gets people through the gates, and for one, scoring goals has been a real key for us this season. We've been very good at that. So that has won us games. We've just got to work harder on the defensive side of it, that's for sure. And if we do that, we won't be far off.
Well, Keith, thank you for your time, and congratulations on an excellent start to the season so far, and long may it continue.
Long may it continue indeed.